the big four is sort of about to be the big three, maybe, because Slayer is retiring.
Are they?
Yeah, you know that tour you've been on?
That tour I've been away from my family
for that, yeah.
2 years now.
So I'm just curious, do you think there is a band out now who could step into those shoes so there will, you know, be a big four instead of a big three? Or are there four bands who could be the next big four?
There's only four of the big four. When one goes away, they even Slayer will always be a part of the big four.
Absolutely.
You know, even after they retire.
And plus, there will always be a Slayer. Look, if the powers that be decide to do another big four, I'm pretty sure everybody would rise to the occasion.
So I'm curious for you guys. Obviously, you're well known from your other bands. What is it like creating and playing without Dave Mustaine, Scott Ian, and Joey Belladonna breathing down your neck?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, I think the big part of the reason the album is called Get It Out is because of the idea behind that song, which was just sort of this expression of needing to, you know, have voices be heard through different things. And we were just writing songs. We weren't aiming at anybody, at anything. These were just, it was a moment where the two of us got together. Ironically, two bass players. We didn't not sit down with basses the first time we got together. We sat down with acoustic guitars. Frank started singing.
Acoustic guitars, not even rock, not even like electric
plugged-in
guitars.
guitars.
Not plugged-in guitars, no amps, two acoustic guitars, and the songs just started flowing in Arizona. So,
and I think the thing with this is that because there are no boundaries, there is no preconceived notion, which we do have in Megadeth and Anthrax, and that, you know, it's kind of like that thing, you got your whole life to put out your first album, and about 6 months to put out your second one, and I think that, you know, the part of that is because once you put the first one out, the die has been cast, and now there's an expectation. And in this one, there was no expectation, so we could carve a completely new slate.
I'm curious, when you guys were finishing up this record together, did you send it to your primary bands or to your singers to get feedback?
We didn't. You know, part of it is we were working on this in our time between tours, and it, you know, quite honestly, it's not a secret, obviously, but it was just this fun moment we got to share. Very much away from all the other things that we were doing at the time, and you know, I think that's probably part of why it became such a labor of love for us. Is you know, just to sort of have this kind of quiet time, and where these songs we could go to this whole other place. We didn't have to fit it into anything particular. And, you know, in fact, at one point I remember hearing the songs. I was going, man, this record's getting kind of soft. We need to kick it up a notch. And I remember then kind of thinking, all right, I better break my guitar out and start riffing. But, you know, it's amazing because we have some extra songs that didn't go on the record, like most of us do when we make records. And I think what we have here is a really good body of that whole time period. You know, it's a really good, nice kind of snapshot of the period while we were putting this album together.
And with respect to our bands, I think everybody's got their outlets in our bands. And this is our outlet. Everybody's got their own thing, and it's total respect from everybody. So I kind of love that about our bands, that everybody's got their own thing that they can get out, but we all come back to home base. So, you know, there's always a home base. But this is certainly, I think this is going to make our band stronger, to tell you the truth.